explain to me, you've heard the tenor of what I've been saying. What I can't understand, I gather, Hayley, that as many as 30,000 people were due to attend your event, not far from where I live in Golders Green, and it was called Pray for Israel. Hardly a violent demonstration, I would hazard a guess. Now, you were told, as I understand it, oh, well, you can't have that because there's a Palestinian event going on in central London. Now, that's 7 miles away. It's not like the two of you are going to clash. I would suggest that pro-Palestinian protests, demonstrations, are being given priority over a demonstration like yours. What do you think?
Well, sorry, you go for it.
Well, actually, we had originally planned to have our prayer kind of like stand. We call it not protest really, but we're just standing in solidarity with the Jewish community at times of increasing anti-Semitism and praying for the Jewish community and Israel indeed, and for the hostages. We originally planned to do it at the embassy, outside the Israeli embassy, and we'd organised this days before the anti-Israel march was announced. And then we were called and told it's not going to be safe, and the youth groups often come to the embassy, and so we should move or cancel. So then, after consulting the Jewish community, we decided to do it in Golders Green. And 2 days before our event, we had another phone call, didn't we?
Yeah. I think it's, we live in a country that is a country of freedom, a country where you can express religious freedom, freedom of speech, and freedom to gather publicly and feel safe. And we were gathering under a banner of peace to pray for the hostages. It was a good cause. It was not an angry cause. We had little old ladies that just wanted to come out and pray for the hostages, pray for the families. And it was strongly suggested, although the police don't have a right and they can't tell us outright to stop it, but it was a strong advisory message to call it off because of the threat of potential something unpleasant occurring.
There was a particular threat, wasn't there?
Yes.
There was.
So, yeah. Timothy, you said you got a second call from the police. I mean, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but it just strikes me that on the surface evidence, it looks as if the police are telling anyone who wants to protest in support of Israel not to do it, but they're letting the pro-Palestinian protests go ahead, no problem at all. That's what worries me. It looks as if, you guys, according to the police, are supporting the wrong side.
Yeah, I think for us, at first, we were quite shocked. Hayley said this is an outrage, actually, because we'd already moved it, even though we organised ours first. And then the second time, he said there's threats, there's tweets saying, brothers, let's go to Golders Green, and let's, teach the Zionists a lesson, or whatever this tweet was. And he said there's a clear threat to the security of your event, so you should cancel it. We advise you in the strongest possible terms to cancel this event. And far be it from us to bring trouble to the very community we want to show solidarity with, and show that we're standing with them and that we care and that, we want to pray for them.
Yeah, well, see, the thing is, Hayley, I get that. I think you both of you are absolutely right to call off both of your protests in the light of what the police were telling you. I mean, how much water their argument holds, I don't know. But you're right. You were right to call them off under the circumstances. All that I suspect, though, is, what were they saying to the pro-Palestinian marchers? I happened to be in central London on Saturday. Massive, massive march. I mean, tens of thousands, maybe more. It's huge. And it just strikes me that the police are showing favouritism towards anyone who wants to support Palestine. But if you want to support Israel, then they shut you down. I know, I'm sure you're not against Palestine, but it is about time somebody, and it's excellent that you're Christians, stood up for that beleaguered nation. It wasn't Israel's fault that Hamas invaded them and committed those grotesque atrocities. I don't quite understand. Well, tell me what you think. I don't quite understand. I can understand people supporting Palestine. Most people in the Gaza Strip, what's going on is not their fault. They're just normal people like the rest of us trying to get by. So, yeah, by all means support Palestine. But why do you think no one but no one, certainly in public, seems to be supporting Israel. And if you do try, like you two did, you get shut down. Why is that, do you think?
I don't know. It baffles us. I think it because of our work with anti-Semitism, it goes back to what we feel is there's something inside that people that whenever something happens in Israel or Palestine, Jewish people, Jewish communities all over the world suffer, and they are shut down because the voice is very loud on the Free Palestine movement. And of course, we're not against Palestine. We pray for the innocent civilians in Gaza who are caught up in this mess. But I don't know why it happens. What do you think?
Well, for us, I think a lot of people in the country, you call it the silent majority. I think a lot of people will be looking at this, and not be on the fence and see this is clear right and wrong. There's no equivocation between what Hamas has done and Israel, who needs to rescue its hostages and has to respond and basically take Hamas out, this murderous, wicked organisation.